I mean, the bigger picture for Man United, for me, would be, I know this is going to sound a bit daft now, United fans shouting at the TV, but I think it's maybe a blessing in disguise that they've not gone into the Champions League next year. And I say that because, yes, they won't be able to have as much money in the transfer market, but at the same time, when it comes to next season, they'll have Saturday to Saturday, they'll have no European football. He has a week to prepare for the games and maybe just get their Premier League sort of team or squad back together. But again, it's more questions than answers, isn't it, after tonight?
Yeah, but then financially,
yeah,
you
that's
know,
true.
And also then attracting players to the club when you don't have Champions League football, that's a pretty hard thing to do, Richard.
It is, and I mean, at the moment it looks like they're going to sign Matheus Cunha from Wolves, and if that's the market that they're shopping in, I'm not sure how quickly they're going to return to being that hugely successful club that they expect. I mean, Cunha's a good player, but he's not a world beater. I don't think.
Is he the answer?
He probably improves them. You'd have to say that at the moment.
Yeah, but you would have said that about Mason Mount, about all the players that they've already signed. I think they've signed, I heard someone say they've signed 40 players over the last 10 years. Maybe 3 of them have been good or been successful at Man United. So many players go missing at that club because of the pressure, because of the expectations. And if they haven't got the money and they're looking around for deals, we've seen the way that they go around business and trying to sign players. Like you look at Liverpool, they've just signed 2 players really quickly. Man City signed them really quickly. Man United's all the time, it's dragged out and dragged out and dragged out. So they need to improve in terms of the recruitment before they can improve as a team.
I think there's going to be a lot of hurt in terms of he might have to get players out of football club. Ideally, he wouldn't want to. There's some really good young talent at the football club. Obviously, Garnacho, Maino, Ahmad in particular. Ideally, he wouldn't want to be showing those kids the door. But in terms of generating the types of revenue which they need to bring the type of players into the football club that will take them to the level they need to be, they may have to do that. That's not an easy thing to do. What we do know about Manchester, they're not going to change. The system, the manager's going to be there. We know the system he wants to play. He hasn't got enough players to play that system, the level that they need. So he's going to have to go and improve. And he has to improve in key areas of the pitch. The central midfield area, they're way off. They need probably 2 players in there, top-class players. Have they got a good enough centre forward? So at the moment, no. That back 3, can they put a back 3 in the pitch at the moment that you hang your hat on? Defensively, I'm not too sure they do. The goalkeeper, do you trust him?
That's a big
potentially
issue
going forward.
And how that's a bit of a mess because of the contract that he's on as well. So how does Ruben sort all of that out? You know, he's came into this mess, he's inherited it.
That's the thing. To be fair, in Ruben's defence, he signed 1 player in Dorgu, the left wing back. You know, Ten Hag and people before. The recruitment hasn't been good enough, and they've spent fortunes. That's the thing that'll hurt Jim Ratcliffe and co. Some of these players like Casemiro and stuff are the highest paid players in world football. Now, it's okay to say, let's get Casemiro out and get a young player in midfield who can get around the pitch more. But he's going 350 or whatever it is a week. Like, that's not just like, see you later. Like, he's going to have to
you got to bite the bullet. You got to bite the bullet. You got to ride him a check and get him out.
Again, you go through the spine of the team. The goalkeeper's question marks over. Centre half as well. Midfield. And striker, you know, it's not a good combination.
But this is where they are. But this is reality. This is where they are.
Yeah.
They're at the bottom point now. But they have to resolve and they have to back the manager. It's not as if Ruben Amorim is going to get on the phone and start making these transfers happen. It's got to be Jason Wilcox sort of on the recruiting team. They have to back him. There's got to be a collective. I'm sure they've been picking up the phone for the past kind of 6 to 9 months in terms of team these players up, regardless of whether they qualify for the Champions League or not. It's a huge undertaking that the manager has, but he has to be backed. I back the manager. I'd criticise him in terms of how he set up the team, how stubborn he's been this year in terms of formation, because I don't think they had the players to play the system, but he stuck with it. He felt he couldn't step away from it. That's okay. This is the way forward. So he has to get the players to fit into that system.
Kenny, sorry, when does the pressure start on him? Because
but only after he gets his player. Yeah, but only when he gets his players in to play that system.
They've won 6 games or something in 21 Premier League games since he's gone there. It's been an absolute disaster. This was his get-out clause the whole way, was qualifiers for the Champions League, win a trophy, great.
He needed to win tonight. I think that was the big thing. He needed a result tonight, and unfortunately that didn't happen for Manchester United.